All right, good evening everybody. Eric here, and we'll take a moment to show you guys the update on Emmy's Acres. One of the big things is I renamed the channel to reflect Emmy's Acres. Something I've been wanting to do for a while now, and just kind of get started posting content. And I'd like to kind of take you guys through what not to do, the mistakes that I've made, and the lessons that we've learned. So let's get started. We have a bunch of apples on the trees. See a bunch of them on there. We'll do an orchard video probably tomorrow or the next day, but we got some more blueberry plants planted. The blueberry bush over here is just doing phenomenally. We built the cage with the bird netting to keep the birds out. You can see that there's just a lot of nice, real nice blue ones on there. I've got to fix that here in a minute. A couple blue ones on there as well, and the blackberries. We're going to try something new with the cucumbers. I believe these are cantaloupe over here, and you'll see some of these little ones coming up. These are all cucumbers, all down through there. So we're going to put a 16-foot cattle panel at an angle, attach them with zip ties like we do the other cattle panels, hoping that it's going to give us a little bit more room, but also we don't have to use as many cattle panels to make the normal arch like you'll see over there. There's some peppers. Peppers are doing well. A couple blossoms on there. You'll see them at the most ends of all these beds. We get into the tomatoes down here. We had to tie these up today. We had some pretty bad thunderstorms come through yesterday and blow a lot of them over, so we're staking them up. We're going to be getting more cattle panels on here as well. I don't remember the names of all of these. I think Prudential are most of these are in the front row, and then the rest are Cherokee purples over here. If you look at them, they are growing. They're looking good. They're all indeterminate, which means that they're all vining rather than a static bush like some tomatoes, like a lot of your paste tomatoes are. It is nice to have all of the rows, and I'll be doing some more videos on that, kind of why we did that. It is nice to having the rows once we converted the beds into no-till beds. You can see that there is a lot of residual, just matted of the decaying matter. That was the cover crop. As we cut it, we let it lay. So it's created like a really nice bed of, you can see that the ground, now it just rained yesterday, but it's pretty sunny today. There's a little sunflower there. It was pretty sunny today and pretty warm, though it was very humid, and prevented probably some of the evaporation. We did tie these up as well to the cattle panel. You can see we did attach them, and those will trellis nicely as they get older, allowing us to separate the suckers and the main leaders as we need to. We'll get over into this side here. Most of these are watermelons. So you see that there is watermelon here. I desperately need to weed. We have a major issue with purslane. Purslane, while edible and actually highly nutritious, spreads like a weed. Seeds can be stored underground for 40 years or so. They come up everywhere, and they come up so abundantly. So while I have eaten them, and they are good, it's kind of like a spinach or something like that, there's just so much of it. Here is our pumpkin, I believe. Acorn squash, maybe. Just a massive, this is on the hugelkultur mound. I do like the way it works on the hugelkultur. Historically, we haven't done real great with the hugelkultur, but maybe it's just taking time to break down, and or just the right plant, like a nice vining plant over top of it, lets it put roots down and a little bit more shallow. And then this is the mess of tomatoes. These are all mostly, one of these beds is mostly volunteer tomato plants, essentially ones that came up from last year. A lot of the flowers in here, they look awesome. And then hot peppers and some basil, I think that's Thai basil, mixed in here. And we have our butternut squash here at the end, and our acorn squash at the end as well. So we just got the hoop up today, the arch, to start pinning that up to go up over top. And then the acorn squash, I believe we are going to be weaving it instead of pinning it. So being able to weave that through here. Last year, for you guys remember me talking about it, we had arches, and we had it trellising all the way down to the other side, and I can find some pictures and post them as well. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is starting to look nice, other than a lot of the work that we have to do in some of these beds. The sweet potatoes, started weeding that today. You can see them here. We have two different types. I think it's Centennial and something with a B. I don't recall right now. But we've got the amaranth and quinoa. The amaranth is this stuff here. It is about 4.5 feet tall, which is just absolutely monstrous. And really, really thick stalks. So I'm really excited to try that. Here's some quinoa here that we're looking forward to trying as well. Okay, let's jump in here to what we did today. Starting to do a lot of cleanups. We have the sunshade. We need to find a permanent spot for Emmy for that. Greenhouse, I'll do another video of the greenhouse and the raised beds, just to make sure I have time to get locked up here. Today I installed a gate. So previously all of this netting had been connected over there to the chicken run. So what that did was prevented us from getting in here access, which meant we had to walk around to the other side of the garden over there to walk into the orchard, because we don't have anything opened up here. So as we walk back through here, we did a lot of cleanup, just pulling a bunch of the old stuff out of here, starting to clean all this up in here, letting the chickens work and keep it low, give them a place that they can go. That's mode and that we can easily access. The water container, the hose, I did take the hose off, but it's normally connected to there, and then runs out into the rest of the garden. Another project that I have to finish is I broke that window trying to close it back 2 months ago or so. So I have new plexiglass or acrylic panels to replace that with. I just need to do it. And this is I'll show you this pretty quick here, but this is the peach tree, and you can see that they're just loaded with peaches, and it as a whole is just sagging low. So we did try to pick off some of the dirtier, nastier looking ones. Maybe they had like black spots. We kind of pulled those off so that it would give at least some of the rest a chance. But there's an immense amount of peaches on there, just as well with the apples here, which you can see here. Just kind of dipping low. A lot of apples. So really excited about those. I think these are Gala here, and these are Fiji. But we'll wrap that up tonight. I do want to post more. I want to start getting into it a little bit and kind of giving you guys my thoughts on how things are going. Just kind of overall what we've learned things that we've discovered to be a help. And excited to see you guys more. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.